I'm Jessie Fora. I'm a tattooer here at True Hand. I'm here to show you some lettering references that I use daily to help me with my tattooing. So this first book we're looking at is Art, Alphabets, Monograms, and Lettering by J.M. Bergling. It originally came out in 1914, and then Dover Publications recreated it. So you can pretty much find it anywhere. It's super affordable. You can find it on Amazon or any other bookseller. This book really highlights the pinnacle of the golden age of ornamental penmanship. There are a ton of examples of like script and black letter, and some examples of like layout and composition, and really highlights like the beauty of the variation of a letter. If you flip through here, we have some script variations, recreating some oval shapes, some ornamental penmanship, and you can really take some inspiration and utilize it in your own work. Here we have some engrossing and some illumination, some historical examples of some text. Again, some layouts and composition, and moving through. I mean, it's an amazing book, and I totally recommend you pick it up if you get a chance. So these next books are geared more towards like inspiration. They're super old, so I have to handle them with care. But this first one is Lettering for the Commercial Artist. I wouldn't necessarily use this to actually tattoo these letters in this book. It's more for like inspiration and to see how letters were made back then. This is actually interesting because it says modern alphabets, but compared to today, I guess it's not so modern, right? So these fonts are pretty, they're pretty simple. There's nothing too crazy with them, but they are more for like, advertisements or show cards, and all that stuff. But if you notice, they were all handwritten, which is pretty awesome. Like you can see a little bit of inconsistency in the letter forms, which is like so beautiful to see. So in that sense, it's great for inspiration to see how things were made, how things were written, and it's great for if you're a typographer, you would definitely utilize these books a lot more than, let's say, a tattooer would. Now this book has some stylized fonts, like this stuff. You could essentially tattoo this. This looks kind of like some stippling stuff that's going on today. It's pretty interesting, actually. But moving on, there's, I'm sure you've all seen this type of lettering, the brush lettering, more like the cowboy type lettering. This one's called Diamond Jim, which is, fun to look at. And these like circus style fonts. This one looks straight up like an apple, like somebody bit an apple. It's kind of interesting. It definitely inspires you to push the limit with your lettering a bit and see what was possible back then and what you can do today. Again, this book is Lettering for the Commercial Artist. So this next book is called New Letters and Lettering. This is probably one of my favorite books. It's funny because it says new letters, but this book is from 1940. So the first page has two men of letters, which is a very interesting, forward. And No, it just makes me kind of giggle a little bit. Moving on, there's some spacing, some spacing instructions. There's, some mistakes that they point out that a lot of people make, and people still make them to this day. But this is probably my favorite book because it has, while it has like a ton of examples of fonts and how to write these letters, it definitely has a lot more animated lettering, like you can see here, like with the rain, the speed, the lightning. It's super interesting to see these variations and how just a bit of darkness or lightness can create a lot of texture. But again, it does have like your standard lettering and some variations. Like this font is like super different than I'm sure you've seen in the past. So again, this book is New Letters and Lettering, and it's one of my favorites. Thanks for watching my video. Stay tuned for more videos from my coworkers here at your hand.